Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for joining us on Velayat News. I'm Abroo Sabzwari, and now to the top headlines for today. Amnesty International says the United States should not hunt down whistleblower Edward Snowden. 10 car bombs have killed at least 40 people in the Iraqi capital city, Baghdad. Takfiri extremists martyr prominent Shia sheikh and 4 other supporters in Egypt. Lebanon is in great turmoil after the deadliest Syria-related clashes. Taliban kill 9 foreign tourists and their guide in Nanga Parbat, Pakistan. Shia genocide continues in Pakistan as more Shia Muslims have succumbed to martyrdom and others critically injured by spy Sahaba and Taliban in Karachi. At least 15 people have been martyred in a Shia mosque bomb attack in Peshawar, Pakistan. To the 15th of Shaban, the birth anniversary of our living Imam, the Imam of our time, Imam Mahdi Hujjat ibn al-Hasan al-Askari alayhi salam. And now, the news in detail. Amnesty International says the United States must not hunt down whistleblower Edward Snowden for disclosing information about the government's human rights violations. The organization also warned that if Snowden is extradited to the U.S., he would be at risk of persecution. Whitney Brown, the Senior Director of International Law and Policy at Amnesty International, said no one should be charged under any law for disclosing information of human rights violations by the U.S. government. Such disclosures are protected under the rights to information and freedom of expression. Snowden, who traveled from Hong Kong to Moscow, is reportedly seeking asylum in Ecuador, where he would not be at risk of extradition to the U.S. Amnesty also said that no one can be extradited while they have an asylum claim underway in any country. No country can return a person to another country where there is a substantial risk of ill treatment. At least 40 people have been killed after 10 car bombs exploded across the Iraqi capital Baghdad on Monday, on the evening of the Shia Muslim celebration of 15th Shaban. Some of the attacks targeted districts where Shias were commemorating the anniversary of the birth of the 12th Imam, Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. But there were also other explosions in mixed neighborhoods and districts with a high population of Sunnis. The violence reinforced a growing trend since the start of the year, with more than 1,000 people being killed in militant attacks in May alone, making it the deadliest month since the sectarian bloodshed of 2006 to 2007. Since the withdrawal of U.S. troops in December 2011, critics say Shia Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki has consolidated his power over the security forces and judiciary and has targeted several high-level Sunni leaders for arrest. Sectarian tensions have been inflamed by the civil war in Syria, which is fastly spreading into a region-wide proxy war, drawing in Shia and Sunni fighters from Iraq and beyond to fight on opposite sides of the conflict. Prominent Egyptian Shia cleric Sheikh Hassan Shehata and 4 of his devotees have been martyred in a brutal and gruesome attack carried out by Takfiri extremists in Giza province near Cairo. The attack was carried out on Sunday when a crowd of several hundred assailants attacked Sheikh Shehata's home and then set it on fire at the village of Abu Musallam. Brutal scenes of the crime were broadcasted on the internet late Sunday and showed men dragging Sheikh Shehata's body, which was covered with blood, on the street and beating him while chanting Allahu Akbar without any apparent attempt by any side to stop them. Reports said that dozens of the devotees who attended Sheikh Shehata's house for commemorating the holy day were also injured, including children. Dr. Khalid Hamza, general manager of Hawamdiya Hospital in Giza, where the Sheikh was taken after the incident, stated that initial medical reports revealed that when Sheikh Hassan Shehata arrived to the hospital, he appeared to be slaughtered from his neck, in addition to several injuries around his body, adding that the rest of the bodies also had several injuries as well as skull fractures. Egypt's security forces have been sent to the village to disperse the crowds and contain the situation. The Egyptian Prime Minister Hisham Kandi has denounced the incident, saying he was closely following the investigation into the attack and promised that the culprits will be punished. The incident comes a week after Takfiri clerics insulted Shia Muslims during a rally attended by the Egyptian president. Senior Egyptian opposition figure Mohammed al-Baradi has slammed the violence and called on the Egyptian authorities to act. Last week, al-Baradi denounced the recent anti-Shia comments made at a pro-government conference in Cairo. Addressing a rally of people who staged a sit-in protest outside the Egyptian Ministry of Culture, al-Baradi said a regime which insults the opposition and calls 150 million Shia Muslims najis, unclean and impure, has no way but to surrender power immediately. The Lebanese government will try on Tuesday to secure the country after the deadliest violence since the start of a 2-year conflict in neighboring Syria has pushed Lebanon's militia to clashes. Gunfights between the army and Sunni Muslim radical groups in the southern port of Sidon extended into Monday night after Lebanese soldiers stormed a complex holding gunmen loyal to a radical Islamist cleric and arrested dozens of his supporters. Residents fear that Syria-related clashes could drag their country back into sectarian civil war. Lebanon is still struggling to heal the wounds of 15 years of war between 1975 and 1990, and remains home to armed sectarian militia. The Lebanon army has pledged to fight until it finishes with the Takfiri Sheikh Ahmed al-Asir, whose supporters have killed 15 soldiers during clashes in Sidon. At least 52 people have been killed so far in clashes between the Lebanese army and Takfiri supporters. The government has declared Tuesday a day of mourning for the dead soldiers, and caretaker Prime Minister Najib Mikati and Premier designate Tamam Salam issued a statement late on Monday rejecting any attack on the army. Sidon has been on edge since violence erupted last week between Sunni and Shia Muslim fighters at odds over the Syrian conflict. Gunmen dressed as paramilitary police officers killed 10 people, 1 local and 9 foreign tourists in an unprecedented attack in the Himalayas of Nanga Parbat, Pakistan on Sunday. The bodies of the victims were shifted to Pakistan Institute of Medical Sciences in Islamabad for post-mortem and other legal formalities. The nighttime raid, which killed 5 Ukrainians, 3 Chinese, and a Russian, was among the worst attacks on foreigners in Pakistan in a decade. The death of the Chinese are a particular blow for Pakistan, which hosted Chinese Premier Li Keqiang last month in a bid to boost trade ties with the Asian giant via their shared border in Gilgit-Baltistan. China issued a statement condemning the attack and calling for Pakistan to severely punish the perpetrators. Spokesperson for the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, Ahsanullah Ahsan, talking to Dawn.com News from an undisclosed location, disclaimed that the Janud-e-Hafsa faction of the militant organization had carried out the attack. Ahsan said that the attack was made to avenge the killing of their 4-rank leader, Waliur Rahman, and to express anger at the international community for its continued support to drone strikes. Shia genocide continues unaccounted for in Pakistan. Armed militants of Spy Sahaba shot and martyred a Shia shopkeeper, Raja Nadeem Chakwali, in Karachi in broad daylight on Monday. According to the Shia news correspondent, Raja Nadeem Chakwali, a Shia shopkeeper of the poultry shop at Gulshan-e-Iqbal Block 6, he was critically wounded in the attack when 3 unidentified men on a motorcycle opened fire on Shaheed Raja Chakwali at his shop and escaped from the scene. The victim succumbed to martyrdom at the local hospital at Gulshan-e-Iqbal after receiving 5 bullets to his chest and neck. He was the only bread earner of his family. The eyewitness informed reporters that the 3 men with long beards appeared to be Pakhtuns by identity. Also on Monday morning, the body of Shaheed Sayyid Fazl Shah was found brutally tortured and full of gunshot wounds from the boundaries of Ghazi town adjacent to the Baloch locality and the Wahhabi seminary. Shaheed Sayyid Fazl Shah was abducted by Spy Sahaba on Sunday night, after which he was brutally tortured and martyred. Shaheed Fazl Shah was the member of the local Zul-Jinnah committee and was also an active member of the Ghazi town Matmi Sangat. Also in Karachi, at least 5 Shias were martyred on the spot and 8 others injured after a blast at a Shia mosque in Bilal Colony, Korangi. At least 15 people have been martyred and over 2 dozen severely injured in a bomb attack on a Shia mosque and religious seminary in Pakistan's northwestern city of Peshawar. Local security officials said the attack occurred when people were performing Friday prayers on the outskirts of the volatile city. Medical sources said the death toll is expected to rise as some of the injured are reported to be in critical condition. Mehdi Hussein, the grandson of great martyr Shahid Arif Husseini, was among those martyred, and his other grandson Raza Husseini was critically injured in Friday's attack. It is this same mosque where their grandfather Shahid Arif Husseini was attacked and martyred on August 5, 1988. Shia parties and leaders have condemned the attack and assassination of the grandson of the great martyr Shahid Arif Husseini. The blast is the worst such attack in the volatile region since the new government. This is also the latest deadly incident in a wave of violence against the Shia Muslim community in Pakistan. Human Rights Watch says more than 400 Shias were killed in Pakistan in 2012, which was the deadliest year on record for the Shia Muslim community. Shia Muslims in Pakistan say the government must take decisive action against the forces involved in the targeted killings. They also accuse Islamabad of failing to provide security for the Shia Muslim community. The country's Shia leaders have called on the government to form a judicial commission to investigate the bloodshed. The killing of Shias has caused an international outrage, with rights groups and regional countries expressing concern over the ongoing deadly violence. Shias make up about a third of Pakistan's population of over 180 million. Yesterday marked the 15th of Shaban, the birth anniversary of our living Imam, the Imam of our time, Imam Mahdi Hujjat ibn al-Hasan al-Askari alayhi salam, our 12th Imam. Imam Mahdi alayhi salam was born on the 15th of Shaban in 255 AH in Samarra, Iraq. On this auspicious occasion, we extend our greetings to our Imam and to the believers of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam all across the world. The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said that during the night of the 15th of Shaban, the Almighty Lord takes decisions in the matters of sustenance, life, death, and the welfare of all the people. Next to the night of Qadr, the night of 15th of Shaban is the most auspicious night, also known as the night of Barat. According to Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam and Imam Jafar as-Sadiq alayhi salam, Allah has promised to fulfill every legitimate desire put forward to Him. During this night, Allah also bestows on His people from His mercy and bounty and forgives them out of His grace and generosity. While celebrations of the Wiladat of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam are taking place worldwide, Iran hosted its 9th international 2-day conference on the doctrine of Mahdiism with the Minister of Culture and Islamic Guidance, Muhammad Husseini. Addressing the audience, Mr. Husseini asserted that a society based on the Mahdiism doctrine is an ethical society where justice, welfare, progress, knowledge, and safety prevail. He further added that the society should pave the way for the emergence of Imam Mahdi and should dismiss the idea that expecting Imam Mahdi means idling around and doing nothing. Rather, he argued, those who really expect the emergence of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam should make every effort to prepare the society for his eagerly awaited emergence. And that brings us to the end of our bulletin today. If you'd like to contribute your community's news, you can email us at news@VelayatTV.org. You can also catch up on the latest headlines and more by logging on to our website, VelayatTV.org, or follow us on our YouTube and Facebook pages, Velayat TV USA. Many thanks for joining us. Till next time, I'm Abroo Sabzwari.